Meg wet pants in fear as Ngozi stabbed Meg in the back, unmasks her true face to Charles after racism row. The King and Queen are said to have invited the charity boss who's at the centre of a royal race row to meet with them at the palace. Ngozi Fulani was asked repeatedly where she really came from during a royal reception by Lady Susan Hussey. The palace had said in a statement that her remarks were not acceptable and deeply regrettable. Lady Hussey, who's Prince William's godmother, has since resigned from her role in the royal household and apologised for her comments. The Prince of Wales said it was really disappointing to hear about the experiences of Miss Fulani. His spokesperson said, "Racism has no place in our society. These comments were unacceptable, and it's right that the individual concerned has stepped down." They said, "I was really disappointed to hear about the guests' experience at Buckingham Palace last night. The comments were unacceptable, and it's right that the individual has stepped aside with immediate effect." Now plans are underway for Charles and Camilla to meet Miss Fulani so that they can address what happened at the event and the issues involved. Palace sources told the Mail on Sunday the King and Camilla will meet the Sister Space chief executive at the palace. Appearing on Good Morning Britain, Miss Fulani explained that Lady Hussey had made a beeline for her before asking about 7 or 8 times where she came from. She told the programme, "Then you realise this is not about age. She seems to be quite capable of conducting herself. This is what it is. This is what you call racism. I'm there for 2 hours feeling like I need to leave, I want to leave, but not knowing what to do. People keep saying the palace has reached out to me. They haven't reached out to me. I'm telling you categorically, we've not heard. We're about positive results. We're happy to have that conversation. This is about violence against women and girls. I didn't experience physical violence. I feel that I experienced a form of abuse. I have clarity. That is racism." She added, "It was like an interrogation. That's the only way I can explain it." Miss Fulani, chief executive of Sister Space, had been invited to the Buckingham Palace event that focused on preventing violence against women. Her charity offers specialist support for women of African and Caribbean heritage affected by abuse. Lady Hussey, who's resigned, was a key figure in the royal household for many years. She started working for the firm the same year the Queen gave birth to Prince Andrew, and she went on to become her longest-serving lady-in-waiting. In 1997, Miss Ngozi met the then Prince of Wales when Charles visited the Limelight, a nightclub in London's West End. She was a drummer in Amashi, a group specialising in African music, which had received money from the Prince's Trust. A photograph of Miss Ngozi, who was born Marlene Headley, but has since adopted an African name, shows her sitting next to the Prince, both of them laughing. Miss Ngozi went on a cultural visit to Ghana in 2002 with 27 young people on a trip that was funded by the Prince's Trust and organised by the charity Education Africa Teaching. In other news, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's attack on the royal family has added to King Charles III's feeling of abandonment. It was recently speculated if the new monarch would mend his ties with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. However, according to the royal biographer Christopher Anderson, Charles feels a strong sense of betrayal following the couple's attacks on the firm. During his appearance on Podcast Royal, Christopher said, "He's always felt moments of abandonment, and I think he feels that now very deeply because of Harry and Meghan. I think he feels very betrayed by the situation that is receiving all this criticism from the Sussexes." The royal biographer added, "I think there's a strong sense of betrayal. It really plays to Charles's sense of being a victim. Why are they doing this? Why is he doing this to me?" According to The Express, the biographer noted, "When you look at how Charles and the royal family embraced Meghan Markle, Charles in particular, as he walked her down the aisle when she got married to Harry, and he befriended Doria Ragland, Meghan's mum, then all of a sudden they jumped ship and are making these accusations about racism.